Hi, I'm Myra Cagate and welcome to a new video. Today, I will tell you about the difference between hard and hardly. There'll be a quiz at the end of the lesson. Hard can be used as an adjective or an adverb. Okay, let's start with using hard as an adjective. But first of all, what are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe people, places, or things. So they describe or modify nouns or pronouns. Ibig sabihin, ginagamit natin ang mga adjectives na yan para ilarawan ang nouns or ang pronouns sa ating sentences. As an adjective, hard can mean difficult or challenging. If something is hard, it means that it is not easy to do. In Filipino, mahirap. For example, a loyal friend is hard to find. The exam was hard. Very few students passed it. In these sentences, hard describes the words friend and exam. So the words friend and exam are nouns. Okay, yung hard ay pwede nating ilagay after ng be verb sa ating sentence. Just like in these sentences, a loyal friend is hard to find. So the word hard is placed after the be verb is. The exam was hard. So the word hard comes after the be verb was. You can also put hard as an adjective before the noun that it describes. For example, my boss always gives me hard assignments. So the word hard, yung adjective na hard, ay dinidescribe yung noun na assignments. And it's placed before the noun that it describes. So hard assignments. It just means my boss always gives me difficult assignments or challenging assignments. Hard as an adjective can also mean solid, firm, or not easily bent or broken. In Filipino, matigas. For example, this chair is made of hard material. So hard material, solid, firm, matigas na material. They enjoy eating hard breadsticks. So hard breadsticks, matigas na breadsticks. So those are only two of the common definitions of hard as an adjective. Now, paano naman yung hard as an adverb? As an adverb, hard can mean with a lot of effort. Okay? So when we do something really hard, it means that we need or we use a lot of physical or mental effort. For example, I work hard to support my family. It means I work with a lot of effort to support my family. Sa sentence na yan, ginagamit natin yung word na hard as an adverb. Okay, what are adverbs? Kung ang adjectives ay ginagamit para i-describe yung nouns or pronouns sa ating sentences, yung adverbs naman ay ginagamit para i-describe yung adjectives, verbs, or other adverbs sa ating sentences. Adverbs modify adjectives, verbs, and other adverbs. Take note that we usually use hard to describe the verb in our sentence. It answers the question how, essentially. Katulad dun sa ating example sentence, I work hard. So, how do I work? I work hard. I work with a lot of effort. I knew you would win the competition. You practiced hard. Hard in the sentence describes or modifies the verb practiced. Ibig sabihin, you practiced with a lot of effort. The adverb hard is placed after the verb that it modifies or describes. Kitandaan natin, hindi pwede nating ilagay yung hard as an adverb bago or dun sa unahan ng verb na minomodify niya or dinidescribe niya. I work hard. You practiced hard. Hindi ko maisip or hindi ako sigurado kung ano yung translation ng word or ng adverb na hard sa Filipino. Ang naisip ko lang ay maigi o matindi. So we say, I work hard. Nagtatrabaho ako ng maigi or nagtatrabaho ako ng matindi. Or you practiced hard. Nag-iensayo ka or nag-ensayo ka ng maigi o matindi. If you know the translation of hard as an adverb in Filipino, please write it in the comment section. So yan ha, hard can be an adjective or an adverb. As an adjective, it could mean difficult or challenging. In Filipino, mahirap. It could also mean solid, firm, or not easily bent or broken. In Filipino, matigas. As an adverb naman, it could mean with a lot of effort. Now let me talk about hardly. Hardly is an adverb which can mean almost not. Something is wrong with the phone, I can hardly hear you. It means something is wrong with the phone, I can almost not hear you. Okay, so in Filipino, may problema sa telepono, halos hindi kita marinig. So yan, halimbawa meron kayong kausap sa phone at hindi nyo masyadong marinig yung taong kausap nyo, then you can say, I can hardly hear you. Now, don't say, I can't hardly hear you, okay? Because again, hardly already means almost not. So negative na yan. Mali na kapag sinabi niyong can't hardly hear you. Hardly is similar in meaning to barely. So you can either say, I can hardly hear you, or I can barely hear you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. So, ibig sabihin, nanghina ang tuhod ko, halos hindi ako makapagsalita. I can almost not speak. Gigi hardly ever goes to parties. It means Gigi almost never goes to parties, okay? So we don't say Gigi hardly never goes to parties. Kasi hardly ever already means almost never.
Position of the adverbs hard and hardly in sentences.
Ang difference ng positioning ng hard and hardly as adverbs in our sentences is that hard should be put after the verb that it describes. We should study hard to pass this course. So study hard. Hardly, on the other hand, should be placed before the verb that it describes or modifies. I can hardly read the text. It's too small. So hardly read. So yan yung isa sa kailangan nating tandaan when we use hard and hardly as an adverb. Now let's start the quiz.
1. Which of the sentences is correct? Do you see the red button? Hard press it to turn on the TV. B. Do you see the red button? Press it hard to turn on the TV. The answer is B. 2. Choose the correct word to complete the sentence. It's heartbreaking to know that she hardly blank visits her parents. A. Never. B. Ever. The answer is B. 3. Which of the sentences is correct? A. I hardly can understand what she's saying. B. I can't hardly understand what she's saying. C. I can hardly understand what she's saying. D. I can understand hardly what she's saying. The answer is C.
What's your score? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you again next time. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak.